So like,
In that other campaign, didn't it take you an entire war sequence to fight one person?
Yeah.
And you still didn't kill them.
yes, exactly. You finished them off for me. I hit him twice. Yeah, it was really rough.
You could take some hits though, which was nice.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can take a beating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in this game, seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great, especially in my bonus episode that we did. That one was just, I don't know, it was the smoothest.
It was ridiculously
Make
good.
sure and check out the.
It's
man.
worth the $1 just to hear his. I'm just going to say it right now.
It's only it really is. It's impressive how the combat went through that whole thing.
Yeah.
It was just a great episode. I'd say that honestly, your episode as well is worth the $1.
Oh, well, I think so.
I feel like mine was weird.
Yours was fun.
I
though.
did not expect it to go that way.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
But
Yours is good because it was
Not a
D&D
normal
that-
D&D.
Yeah, it was. I've never seen it done like that before.
no, because I feel like most D&D, especially like one shots like that, have a tendency to follow a kind of formula.
Yeah.
And if you listen, you will actually see that's what kind of fucked me up at the end, is because I was expecting that formula, and then it was like, oh.
It was definitely like a Call of Cthulhu kind of thing where it was investigative and then like story driven, and then if there were to be combat, it was like it's going to be serious combat kind of thing.
Honestly, yours made me want to like run a heavy investigation campaign for you guys, or
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
Yep. But
Sorry, we got lost
Yeah.
there.
Maybe that'll be something.
So
to
Marsh's
do.
backstory was dope, but also
I mean it was good, but
Yeah.
it was the combat was
Flawless.
the cleanest I've ever
Yeah.
flawless.
Yeah. It was
For
impressive.
sure. Oh, as somebody, I mean, I don't know about your entire D&D career, but the whole time I've been playing with you,
yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
as good as it's ever gotten.
Even some of the home games that I've been with Dylan, it's been like it's just stupid stuff like this guy's smart mouthing me. I'm going to punch him in the face. I roll a 1. It's just
okay,
like,
but you're now. Let's be fair though. Your no roll wizard is incredible.
oh, I know.
That's so true.
Yes,
we got to
guys,
put him somewhere.
Yes, we've got to feature him in an episode. But Jordan made a wizard that doesn't have to roll for shit.
Yeah.
It's all
Things just
AoE
happen
and-
to people.
I feel like one day we need to make another bonus episode where you just break that character down
Yeah.
and tell the world how to make a stupid broke ass
'cause
no roll wizard.
If you are a Will Wheaton, and you just are rolling ones everywhere, okay, this is a viable.
Absolutely.
Option.
Like, you broke that down masterfully.
I did, yeah. Thank you so much. I put a lot of...
Jordan's a
lot of time.
masterful D&D player. It's just that the dice are not on his side.
Oh, they hate me.
But he found a way to get around that.
He did.
He beat the
which
dice.
shows just how good he
I
is.
feel like that comes from you playing a bunch of Magic. You're just like, you
Win-backs.
just literally just
Yeah.
built this character. It's like, okay, I know that I'm bad at dice
Luck.
and luck, so I'm gonna take that shit out of
Yeah.
the equation,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
good.
How are you bad at luck? How'd that happen?
Man,
Have you seen him?
yeah. And also, I just got to telling you my Vegas story. You should know by now.
That's
true.
It's not-
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we didn't record that. That's a harrowing tale.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awful.
So Jamero,
Oh
let's
yeah.
hear a little bit about you.
Jamero Jahi is a Yanti pureblood bard, of
Yeah.
course. Because I had to make a second one. Now, fun fact, backstory for you guys: I did make another bard in another campaign, and it's really interesting. That bard ended up kind of babysitting the party, and it's so bizarre because I've now made this second bard, and I've found myself in charge of two people.
Oh,
who
shit.
are
That's
very
happened to you twice.
New, yes.
You know what's nice though is you're playing with people who don't fucking suck.
That's true, and also these
But
people.
the
these-
person that ruined that campaign is now your DM. So
that's true. It is your fault.
I will definitely. I will take it.
I will, as the game master on that, I had contributing factors.
Yeah.
I allowed him to have some things
That's true. I guess at any point you could have said no.
Well, but
I feel like what happened was you and I both thought that the party would deal with me
yeah.
Okay,
way earlier than they
Which
did.
I tried.
Yeah, it's when everyone else didn't. So
Yeah.
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 When you became the bad guy for being the voice of reason was a problem.
Yeah. So now I've found
yeah.
myself in another campaign where I am once again the voice of reason, but luckily this time the people in this one kind of just listen to whatever Chimero says because they seem to both be country folk who are like, right, yeah, you seem to know. You're dressed fancy. That's another thing. Jamero dresses in the most obnoxious clothing that you can possibly think of. Think of a lot of silks, a lot of embroideries, a lot of nonsense. It's very obvious that he comes from money immediately when you see him, and that makes you really annoyed.
I mean, to me, like from Raisin's perspective, you're obviously someone that has spent time in like civilization, not in the woods.
Oh yeah,
because you don't even sleep outside. You sleep in
I have a magical
tent.
tent. I have a magical tent. That's the okay. This is how extra Jamero is. He's got a magical tent in a box, which is like. I mean, it's the level of being like, yeah, I love camping, and it's like, yeah, look at my 18-wheel RV that I sleep in the mountains, and it's like, oh, so you don't camp then? You glamp, yeah, you glamp. Yes, okay. Jamero is the first glamper. He goes hard in the paint on that. So he's about average human height. Yantees look pretty much like humans for the most part, except for he's got a little bit of kind of like a scaly. Brow ridge, right where those eyebrows are supposed to be. It's kind of a little bit scaly, a little bit bumpy, and then some, of course, reptilian style eyes. Jet black hair, olive tone skin, and like I said, dressed in some obnoxious clothing. A lot of purples, a lot of golds. But
what's your special weapon that you have?
That's the fun. Yeah, that's the fun part. He is again, because of how extra he studies in like weird things too. So he can't even have a normal fucking weapon. Like he's still got to be like
the snake guy's weird.
Yeah, the snake guy is weird, and so it's a Yakolwa that he wields. Which I guessed was the pronunciation and thought to myself, that's got to be wrong. I've got to be butchering that. No, that's phonetically, I guess, how you pronounce Yakolwa.
That's not if you have a sore throat.
No. Yeah, so it's a weird weapon. It's like a 3-foot wooden handle with a 2.5-foot blade on the end. So it's very bizarre, but pretty interesting. And
I think it works well with who you are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And he spent a lot of his like early life in the circus because his parents were rich. It's not like he needed to do anything for realsies, and so he just.
I think that's kind of interesting. I'm come from rich people. I'm gonna go be in the circus.
Well, it's the whole idea of like, it's not like you can choose any whimsical thing at that point because it's not like you don't have to worry about. Making that little bit of money in that circus, you can just go there to do stuff and have fun.
That makes sense to me. It's just like, oh no, this is my job. It's like, how do you make any money doing that? Well, I don't need to make money. It's like,
exactly. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I don't need money. I have inheritance and will always have money.
Did the people in the circus if some of them are like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a D&D circus. Like, do they have like the freak show and stuff like that?
Well, there is a little bit of that, but there's also a lot of acrobatics and stuff like that. Where Jamero came into play was things like storytelling. So he would use illusion magic to like further tell a story. Instead of just essentially like the first or like a magic movie, if you will. So making these moving pictures, but with illusions. So it'd be like kind of just like a next level storytelling, and that was the only reason why they brought him in. Even though he was an outsider, is because like he's just good at spinning tales. It has nothing to do with like, it's like, yeah, he's just really fucking good at making shit up. Like, so we'll just have him make stuff up.
Do you have a high persuasion?
Yeah, his persuasion is real high.
Okay, I figured it was.
Yeah, his persuasion is real high. His deception is real high. Pretty much everything that involves charisma is very, very up on Jamero. That's the reality of it. He's now taking a stab at the political realm. He's going to make a name for himself as a hero and then use that name to essentially...
You have political motivations?
Yeah, that's the idea. He's from Triswindale, which is like the main city, okay? And so like he definitely is aware of like, the governmental hierarchy that is there, and he's trying to essentially rise to the top of that and basically... Well, now, see, he's working alongside with a faction known as the Bloodless Brotherhood. But what they don't know is that, like, he's just kind of using them for their, like, inside connections to be like, oh, yeah, well, I'll do what you guys want once I get in there. And then it's like, aha, psych. So
he's like a part-time Mason.
Kind of, yeah. That's a good way to, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a Mason. Like, just so I can have the figurehead.
Kind of like that, yeah.
I wear the pin, but, like, that's all.
Kind of, yeah. So... He's got that as well, so it's like it's a bit of an interesting situation because they still definitely think that he's like going to be just do whatever. So for now, it should just be interesting how that shapes up. I'm not sure how that's gonna end, but I don't know. So he's just a weird guy, just a weird dude, super weird.
Well,
Which is how I like my bards. I feel like every bard should be very bizarre. That's a personal opinion. I just feel like they're a bizarre class in a general sense.
you play a bard really well.
Thanks.
Like I see it. You know.
I feel like if I were to be a D&D class, it would probably be a bard.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I don't know. I've been making noise for my whole life. I've been beatboxing since I was like 3, effectively. I mean, like for real. And which, according to my family, started out as really annoying. And like, my brother has told me many times now. He's like, man, whenever we were like really little, he's like, I legitimately wanted to like bash your head in from how often you would just like constantly make noise. He's like, but I gotta be honest, man, I think it's kind of paid off.
Well, I'm glad he didn't bash your head in.
I'm surprised he didn't.
Yeah.
I'm surprised my mother didn't kill us both because we were terrible children. And she gave us a lot of chances.
That's what parents do. Well, some of them.
It's shocking to me.
Some don't give any chances.
Yeah.
So, you want to be a politician. You want all the magic in the world.
The motivation
He doesn't
of the
want-
magic, it's not.
I think
it's
he
not,
just likes magic. I don't know if he wants all of it.
It's
in
like
the world.
figuring it out and figuring out where it comes from and like what it is. Really, I
You
guess
need to,
it's.
I mean, I know this is metagaming and you can't really apply this, but you need to express that to Jamero because Jamero would definitely be interested in showing you the world of magic.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed.
He is mildly aware though because of how intense you were about the tent.
Yeah. That's like.
Because you were like, "It's a magic tent."
Yeah.
Like got real close.
Also, I don't think he understands yet the difference between like arcane and divine. Because when you started talking about like how your magic came from your god, I was just kind of like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Because with Tabaxi, they have the Cat Lord, which created them, and it's
Which is such a cool backstory, by the way.
yeah, it's such a
But I love cats.
separate thing.
So
that
like, to
everybody
him,
else
it's
is.
like, well, the Cat Lord created everything kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
of course, your magic came from
yeah,
the god.
it's that, and also, but a little bit just like he's not so used to it like a broad pantheon, because Tabaxi, it's like you worship the Cat Lord because the Cat Lord made you and instilled like a trait within you, and so it's
Cat Lord.
yeah.
I need to make it Tabaxi. Hey, so can I make it Tabaxi based on Catman from the Fairly Odd Parents and it not annoy everybody? Because I'm gonna do an Adam West impression for the whole thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You guys remember the Fairly Odd Parents?
I've watched that show, but I don't know remember anything about it.
Adam West plays the superhero, and like legitimately, Adam West voices a character on the Fairly Odd Parents, who by the way is Adam West as Catman, which is just Batman but not.
I feel like that was every Adam West character.
Yes,
was just Adam
absolutely.
West.
I think he was legitimately Adam
Yeah,
West.
after
in
he
everything.
was-
Adam West. I think also in Family Guy, he's still Adam West.
Yeah, what? I'm pretty sure he was just Adam West when he was playing Batman in a way.
He's never got into a character in his life. That's what I'm gonna make it Tabaxi named Adam West.
All right. Well,
Did we cover everything you wanted to cover?
yeah, I think
Oh, yeah?
we're good.
We didn't go on
we're
any
good.
tangents, did we?
No,
No.
not too many.
Okay,
No.
good.
Why? We're gonna have to cut out that Catman tangent.
Oh, we don't have to. The thing is, I like that
Does
we
anybody
keep
even
it.
remember Catman?
Not really.
I know I know that you had children, but I thought maybe that you would have children. Oh, but they're still a little too young though for Fairly Odd
They
Parents.
watched Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, they did.
But that doesn't mean that I watched Fairly Odd Parents. I hated that fucking show.
Oh.
It was annoying as fuck.
Why'd you hate that show?
Because it was annoying as fuck.
Because he's old.
We'll have to talk more about that later.
Like,
I'm curious as to know why you thought it was annoying. But
the voices, that's one with that fucking little kid, Timmy, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking punch that little shit in the face. Like, hated that show.
Okay.
So,
Hard Opinions
Yeah.
by Geoff.
there are a lot of garbage cartoons out there that I will sit through because of my children, but like,
The Fairly Odd Parents is where you drew the line.
yeah, it was one of those, like, I would help them turn it on, and then I would go in the other room.
Wow.
So, I'd sit through
I
SpongeBob.
loved that show.
I'd
But I
sit
was
through-
also a child when I watched it, so that might be a
true.
key difference.
There's a slight age difference between us, so.
So, I mean, I don't know. I guess things are funnier to kids.